A Colorado state trooper tasers a driver 7 times in 30 seconds. And the crazy part about this is that state trooper wasn't even certified to carry a taser. And you would think tasering a man 7 times in 30 seconds will be enough to get you fired, but that's not what did it. Gonna have to watch the entire video on this one. There's a strange twist at the end.
The State Patrol determined that trooper wasn't actually certified to carry, let alone use a taser in the first place.
It's really unusual. The State Patrol is accusing their own trooper of falsifying her own taser records. They say she did that to make it appear she was authorized to carry and deploy the device. And deploy it she did. What began as a routine stop for Colorado State Trooper Amber Garcia
How are you?
would ultimately mark the beginning of the end of her career.
Yeah, I gotta keep my job, man.
Really quick. First of all, as a police officer, I'm not standing that close to the road when I conduct a traffic stop. There's nothing wrong with going to the passenger side of the vehicle to talk to the driver so you don't get hit by the car. But anyway, let's keep watching.
With the Colorado State Patrol,
Do you have insurance on the car, bro?
Garcia had a driver stop for speeding on the shoulder of the highway when a passing SUV crossed over the white line separating the travel lane from the shoulder.
Can you sign this while I go?
Garcia immediately broke off the traffic stop.
Thank you.
So here's the thing. She sees the vehicle come across the white line and that puts her life in danger. And now she's angry. And I'll be 1000% honest with you. I've had this happen to me, which is why I go to the other side of the vehicle when I do a traffic stop on a busy road or highway. This will make you angry, but even when becoming angry as a cop, you can't do what we are about to see her do here in a second.
And gave chase. She quickly stopped the SUV. Behind the wheel, 34-year-old Travis Tomlinson, who immediately stepped out of his car.
Henry 69. Stay in the car! Stay in the car now! Get on the ground then!
This is my ground. I'm an American.
Almost high back 11.
This is
Can you send me cover?
Did you hear me?
I got one at taser point.
Did you hear me?
Get on the ground.
This is my...
Get on the ground.
Okay, I know what you're going to say, and you're not going to agree with me here. When she tasers the driver here, I don't disagree with her actions. One thing that we were trained on, and I do agree with this part of the training, is 1, you're supposed to be the first person out of the vehicle for your safety. And 2, you don't want someone who is showing some type of hostility to go back to their vehicle, because we have seen several times officers were killed by someone going back to get a gun. So I don't have an issue with this portion here, but what I do have a really strong issue with is what's about to happen after this.
Get on the ground now! Turn over! Turn over now! Turn over! Put your hands behind your back!
I can't.
Get over! Get over now!
State Patrol records show she activated her taser 7 times. And that Tomlinson was incapacitated and could not comply with her repeated commands.
Put your hands behind your back.
The agency's internal investigation later concluded force used was excessive.
Get over! Turn over your belly! Do it now! Do it now or you're gonna get again. Put your hands behind your back. Do it now or you're gonna get again. Put your hands behind your back.
Now I want to point this out. The reason I played that part twice back to back, when you see this guy he turns over really quickly, and he does that for a reason. It's because she continues to taser this guy. And as soon as the taser stops, she just pulls the trigger and tasers him again, making him incapacitated. He can't move while she's telling him to turn over. He's literally telling her, I can't and I can't move. So when he had the opportunity to actually turn over so this maniac can stop tasering him, he tried to do so as fast as possible. That's why you see him turn that quickly, trying to get on his stomach, because he couldn't move before. I actually have a story I'll tell at the end of this video if you guys care to hear it, about a similar situation that I had when, anyway, I'll tell you guys at the end of the story. Let's finish watching this. But this officer is a freaking maniac.
It was definitely excessive force after the first pull, and then for your cry out to say I can't or help or stop or anything, and to get tased again. And while you're paralyzed due to that tasing, you're paralyzed. She's telling you, roll over, get out, get out, get down, get out from under your truck, do this, do that. You can't do anything. I thought I was gonna die.
Tomlinson has a lengthy arrest record. He's now suing the former trooper. His attorney is Sarah Shelke.
There was absolutely no reason for that use of force, and the fact that she did it over and over and over again makes it torture.
There's no set number of taser activations considered safe, but the risk of injury increases with each additional activation. Officers are generally trained to reassess after each taser cycle to determine whether their objective has been achieved. In this case, the State Patrol found there was no reassessment. She just kept pulling the trigger. Investigators said Garcia acknowledged using excessive force and told them she was scared.
When he went down, he hit his head too.
During a medical checkup, another trooper offered this description to Tomlinson.
The taser is almost like 1,000 baseball bats hitting you at the same time, and it's just going through your system.
But the level of force was not the reason Garcia lost her job. After reviewing her training records, the State Patrol determined she had not completed required taser certification. Colorado State Patrol Major Brett Williams wrote, "It is my finding that Trooper Amber Garcia was not certified nor authorized to carry and use the EMDT weapon that was used against the motorist on May 4th, 2024.
And as you guys can already tell, being Taser certified is extremely important, because when you go through that certification, guess what? You yourself have to be tasered. I have been tasered before. It hurts. It is not a good feeling. And the reason you would want to know how it feels is so that you still can have some type of logic or compassion for the person that you are tasering. You know what that does? It makes you not taser the person 7 times within 30 seconds because you know the pain. You know that they can't move. Why? Because you have experienced it yourself. You only deliver a taser shock just enough to get compliance that's needed in that particular situation. You don't attempt to electrocute the person.
The agency accused Garcia of falsifying taser records, being dishonest, and they said she violated the core values of the organization. The case was referred to the local district attorney with the expectation criminal charges might follow. Did you see that he was incapacitated and couldn't follow her commands?
I did.
District Attorney Ann Kelly reviewed the video and consulted with other law enforcement professionals about what happened along this rural stretch of highway.
Some of them said, yeah, I think that rises to the level of a criminal charge.
Others told her it was not criminal. Kelly concluded she could not prove a criminal case to a jury. She said a policy violation is not necessarily a crime and declined to file charges.
I'm just going to be honest. Something is not right between these two.
She had every reason to believe that this individual meant to do her harm, and I believe her use of force was absolutely justified. Mr. Tomlinson should never have done what he did.
Kelly also rejected the State Patrol's finding that Garcia had falsified training records. Do you agree with their assessment?
No, absolutely not. Do I believe that she has credibility issues? I absolutely do not. Do I believe that she violated any criminal laws? I absolutely do not.
Then came a twist nobody at the State Patrol was expecting. A year after the Taser incident, Kelly hired Garcia to work as an investigator in her office.
You don't oftentimes see a DA go against what the department's saying. The department's saying this person should be investigated, or this person is guilty, or this person lied. And the district attorney's like, hey, I don't believe that. As a matter of fact, I don't believe it. I think it's such a lie that she did anything wrong that I'm going to hire her myself as my own investigator. And I don't think anything you guys are saying over at the Colorado State Patrol is actually factual. So I'm going to hire her. There's something strange going on. There's something behind the curtain that has not come out to the front yet. I'm not saying what it is, but you know, like I know, this is weird. That's a strange twist. We don't see that often. You're going to go as far as even hiring her yourself? Come on.
She has proven that she was the best candidate, and we're so lucky to have her. I have no reservation about the work that she's doing for us. Our community needs good law enforcement officers, and she's one of them.
Amber Garcia's attorney declined to comment. The Colorado State Patrol declined to comment, citing the pending lawsuit filed by Travis Tomlinson.
When I say I was fearful for my life, I mean that.
Turn over now! Turn over! Put your hands behind your back!
I thought I was going to die because I can't respond to what she's telling me to do.
Travis Tomlinson was initially charged with obstruction of a peace officer and failure to yield to a police vehicle after that traffic stop. But the DA later dropped those charges.
So here's the thing. The DA dropped the charges, but yet stated that the officer Garcia did nothing wrong and that she was well within her rights to do everything that she did. Then why did you drop the charges? That means the driver should have been, held responsible for everything that he did wrong. And she also stated this.
And I believe her use of force was absolutely justified. Mr. Tomlinson should never have done what he did.
So the district attorney believes that this guy deserved to be tasered 7 times in 30 seconds, even though he's screaming, "I can't turn over." Maybe the first taser, I'll give you that. And it could be a stretch because you have a hostile driver going back to his vehicle. He could be going to get a gun. You're telling him not to go, tell him to get on the ground, you tell him to stop, don't move, you taser him. Okay, some may disagree with that. But regardless, the first taser, but the next 6 taser shocks after that, even though this guy is screaming at the top of his lungs, the best that he can, that I can't turn over. And as soon as he has the opportunity to turn over, he does it quickly, fast, because he knows this maniac is going to pull that trigger again, not giving him the opportunity to turn over on to his stomach. I had a situation like this myself, if you guys care to hear this. When I was training and I had to work inside of the jail first, and I think everyone should have to work inside of the jail because you don't have a taser, you don't have a gun, okay? You don't have any of that. You have de-escalation, and you have to develop your de-escalation skills, okay? And if you can't de-escalate, then you can't go work out on the road. It used to be like that, not so much anymore. But anyway, I was training inside of the jail, and we had this big chaotic scene where all of the deputies were playing like they were inmates, and the new guys had to go in and de-escalate this riot inside the jail. Me, I'm 6'3", almost 6'4", and at the time I'm 240 pounds. My partner, God bless him, who's no longer with us, he's bigger than I am. He's like 6'5", 260 pounds, muscle guy. And we have this little small deputy, and we're on top of her, telling her to stop resisting, everything that we're trained to do. Stop resisting, give us your hands. And the entire time, she's saying the same thing this poor guy is saying. I can't. But yet, we're using pressure point techniques and everything else to make her stop resisting, which she really wasn't resisting. So after this training was over, she pulls us both to the side and she tells us, hey, listen, you guys can't get so caught up into this. Get so out of your head to the point that you're not thinking, you're not using logic. She said, look at you guys. Look at how big you guys are. Now look at me. And you both were on my back. Do you think I could give you my hand? And that always stuck with me in my training, because in that training period, I allowed myself and my partner, we allow ourselves to get so caught up into the moment that we couldn't think. There was no logic. We weren't critically thinking. And in that situation, it didn't really call for critical thinking. It's a little lady. And I'm happy that I did have that training and that she brought that to our attention, because I carried that with me throughout the rest of my career. But in this situation, obviously someone did not have that training and someone falsified their documentation to pretend like they had the training. But at the end of the day, we could see Never had it, because you don't taser a person 7 times in 30 seconds and expect them to do what they can't do. But this is policing in America. I say this at the end of every video. It's sad, but it's a fact. Make sure you know your rights, protect yourself, and stay safe. With that being said, we the people, you, signing off.